Hey there, Selective Collective. This is Kim with your messages. Let's do an energy update. See what's going on. I'll just use the cards that I'm using, that I've been using for the zodiac signs for the last 2 weeks in June. Let's do the last 2 weeks for Selective Collective's energy. Okay, and if you need to reach out for a private reading, the information's in the description box below. Thank you guys for the support with that. You have been great, and it has been very interesting. An interesting year of readings and interesting energy. So, okay. Just make sure you put what you want to know from the reading in the notes part when you're checking out. And know that it is a pre-recorded video. You get a private video link. All right. We have for Selective Collective. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Excuse me. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. Okay. That's really cool because this message... I actually had a Selective Collective that came out recently, and then I deleted it. There was a reason, I can't really remember, but it was probably something small. Sometimes I get a little OCD about videos. But this card came out, I'm pretty sure of it, because the message is lots of like heart chakra activations right now, and a need for us to be in stillness and communicate with our heart and ask ourselves, or ask your heart, talk to your heart, maybe place your hand over it while you speak to it and ask it to let you know what's going on. Like, what are you thinking or feeling? I know that sometimes in life we're in situations where it kind of logically makes sense to either be in a certain relationship, or it logically makes sense to hold the job that we have because of bills. And we do a lot of things because logically it makes sense when our heart is trying to tell us something different. And so this card is saying that right now at this time your heart wants to say something about how it feels. Have you been walking around with a heavy heart? And the way I look at that, just that saying is, have I been walking around knowing that I haven't been honoring and listening to my heart, and therefore your heart's heavy, like it's saying, hey, listen to me. I will just keep weighing you down until you do. Right? It has a way of doing that. So beyond the mind, the heart beats, and there's something here that the heart wants to tell us. I've just noticed the blue eggs. I have seen blue eggs in the wild, but they were like light blue. I saw a very blue bird today that looked like that. It was like an electric blue. It wasn't a blue jay. Maybe it was literally a bluebird. I think it's like, that's a different bird, I think. Oh, wow. And I keep seeing this. Remember to lock that hope in that box. Right? Shut it quick. Everything is escaped. Basically, the Pandora's gift is that here is the hope. It's just for you. Keep it. Hold on to it. So when that card comes out, I'm sorry, but I always think, man, there's a lot that's about to go down. Because everything is released, when you're talking about like Pandora's box, onto the world. It even gives me a Revelations feel to maybe displays of nature, storms, big things. But this is such a beautiful card. It's called Heaven Sent, number 33. That one was 45. 21 was Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. So you have Heaven Sent. You are heaven sent, though. You are heaven sent. Your energy is heaven sent. I'll be talking about you. It's definitely talking about Ascended Master energy. like with the number 33. Neptune is associated with the master number 33. And that is our, where our like mysticism is, spirituality, mysticism. Answers for the seeker, or no answer at all. Sometimes that is the answer. A lot of times the answer is there was never really an answer at all. Two of them have their eyes closed. You notice that? Two of them have their eyes closed. They're going within. They're going within. Yeah, you have the eclipse. The eclipse is like that energy of Pandora's gift. It's like there's a trigger that's releasing a lot of different energy. Seeing Mother Nature react. Gaia speaking to us. Your heart can pick up on her communication very easily. So that also might be like a message here. The eclipse is, we know, the union of two opposites, right? Sometimes somebody is hiding our light, though. Here, when you get this message, let me go to the book Cosmos Oracle, because I have another card that has it, but this one has a specific message. Yeah. All right, so let me quickly say this. Shadow to the light. One body that covers the other totally or partially. The light from one celestial body is blocked by the eclipsing body, which it causes it to be temporarily obscured due to the interposition done to the other. The word eclipse comes from the Greek word meaning disappearance or decrease. Simply said, something or someone would be obstructing your light, either totally or partially. But as a result of your questioning, we know that you are not being able to shine at your brightest. An eclipse is a temporary concealment of the celestial body by the interposition of another. So let's check to see who or what is blocking our light to be able to return to the place where we are totally visible, shining brighter than a diamond. Yeah, in a big way. That's talking about collective energies, What I love the Gnostics, and I love it resonates with me of an energy, of Archon energy that has been kind of here. It's like I get this feeling of a real mechanical force over some of the things, and some of what they do is block our light, or that cause some sort of energy or fears, that I think it's called loosh, that they want to harvest. I don't know. So if you believe in that, or if you get a feeling like there are some energies that try to block your light or try to take some of your energy, then I think that's what, so what's being revealed, or what we're being made aware of. Ultimately, I think heaven wants to, that's a beautiful message. Heaven wants to expand. Heaven wants to come here. Heaven wants to expand. That's a beautiful message. Truly creating your heaven on earth. But so this is expansion of the energy from heaven, heavenly energy here. So that's why this is temporary, that block energy, or the you can go into a lot of different theories of what that energy could be doing, or could have done, or is doing to society or people, humans. But I get a feel like spirit stepping in, heaven stepping in. Parallel universes. Parallel universes. This is all about the choices that led us to exactly where you are at this moment. Were they all your choices? Were they all really your choices or your decisions? Well, some of this programmed to have you come to a certain point. I think you're figuring out more about that energy, well, as we all are. Is like, we know that this is our divine right, but the cobwebs or the connections, the things we get caught up in here seem to point or to be funneling us into a certain direction. And that's a very real thing. And they're saying that this has been, I feel like it has been darker energy manipulation. But like I said, there's a light being shown, and this card is about taking the flashlight and lighting it up, because you need to know what else is there. It also, the dark energy card is a card of your potential here. So this is like heaven stepping in and saying, we're going to help you to have more power in your choice than what you've had up to a certain point. This is going to be through energy shifts, changes, but it's going to be through activations. It's going to have a very real physical, maybe like crystalline light body, DNA upgrades. Like, there's going to be something very real about it, using your body, everyone's body, as a portal for this heavenly energy to come through. And then I think this card is saying that they're opening up more choices for us. Past Saturn's constraints and restrictions. Communication, or the gene responsible for communication. That's interesting. Opening up. I think what they're talking about here is, because they're showing me like the 8, 9, and 10 chakras, the seed crystals, being more like turned on or activated, and those are the ones right outside of the body. 2, 8, and 9 are above the crown chakra, and 10 is like below the feet. So this open, clear channel, anything that was tampered with before, that was getting in the way of communication between us, between divine beings, telepathy, spiritual gifts, abilities, and us to our creator, us to the divine spark. This is that coming back online, like a remembrance, an activation here. That I feel like was tampered with, and that's why they're bringing this out, as to this is when you're going to notice communication be much more broad, like you getting many messages throughout your day from higher frequency beings, from your higher self, your connection. Yeah. See, when the connection isn't severed, you're connected to the one true light, or the divine light. If I have a false light, a light nonetheless, okay, because you got to remember that, though. But if I had a false light about me, I would want to sever this connection between the souls and their creator, or their divine light, and then represent myself as being the one real light here, because this essentially also is their like playground. You know what I mean? Like it's not the real thing, but heaven is I don't know, this energy that's coming from the heavenly realms, this 5D unity consciousness, the thing that's like resetting souls, it's transforming, it's changing what I believe is a false like replica. Because they're talking to me right now about you being connected to your true reality, and then that true reality, where you're really from, slowly like filtering in. Okay, so I see, in my mind's eye, I see something being transformed from, this was made to deceive, and there was a false light, but it's being invaded by godly spiritual warriors that have that ability to like turn it around, or turn it into something that is very much so like your original true reality. true light. So all of you carry that divine spark, that divine light from your true reality here. And that threatens the ones that try to, that like I said, that have a false light. Well, that's an interesting, interesting message. Okay. So they're not, this is actually, because they're saying that a lot of people are weary, like, of this type of topic, because they feel like when you talk about it happening here that you're buying into fear or a story about fear. But it's the quite opposite is what they're showing me. Is it's quite opposite. It's actually realizing who is harvesting energy from fear and then applying it to something that's not even really your true place. There's a reason they're telling me, and it doesn't attach to any specific religion. There is a reason why your ascended masters have always said, go within. And why else do they tell you to, if you want to really be happy, steer away from materialism and into spiritualism? Why do they say that? It's because of what this place is and what it was created, how it was created, and the ones that ruled over it, right? Some of these things are even in the range of, like, I'm thinking fallen angels and things like that. But they're showing me that changing. Okay, they're showing me like the whole, like, grids being put up from a false light that were really, you could say, part of something original to them, to their false light, but not original to us. We're the ones that carry this, the spark from the real light. And they're showing me it changing, though. Yeah, so there's a reason of why you weren't supposed to have faith in their materialistic views, greed, because of the out of balance power that had it here for so long. Not to label it evil, by the way. They don't want my messages to come out as this is bad, this is good. It's more like this is what this is what that is. So it's not that the materials are bad or that money is bad. It was the methods used to get it, the methods used to control, and the hurt that it did to other divine beings in order for that. So when you start bringing more of this energy in, 5D consciousness, this heavenly energy, you can tap into, having stuff, enjoying life and things like that. There can be more of a blend, more of a mix. But I feel like everything has to come apart in order to come back together in a beautiful divine way. And that's antimatter. It's, you know what it's like? They're saying it's like the Antichrist energy, the antimatter energy, because there has to be like something that comes in and on a very subatomic level, like, can literally take apart, pull apart instantly protons, neutrons, electrons, and do the opposite of what the creator would do. The creator creates, manifests matter, right? This is like the anti. This is like it all comes apart because of this energy. Now, not labeling good or bad, there's a reason for that. And I think the reason is it's part of the, divine plan. Divine light wins. We already know that. So, first time I've seen that appear in a selective collective reading is a message about the Antichrist. But yeah, it wants to, or that energy is that's its whole purpose here for right now, is to cause chaos, havoc, and to tear apart things. But it's like, little did you know, you know, what you were doing was part of this almighty, like, one energy, the creator energy, the monad, like, already knows your yes or no, already knows every possibility, choice, and point. If you're here, you're part of a plan. It looks like the plan is for everyone to take flight. This is also a card that in the book, it says you're about to get your wings and fly. So talking to some earth angels here, that this is precisely why you are here. And don't judge the roles that you played either, in needing to remember that this is truly like a play. And for unconscious, not realizing that you're here, or you're earth angel that volunteered for something, that could have happened, and you not be too happy with the role that you played. But all of that shifting, so identity is shifting, who you are, the role that was played for the good of all, that it would only be an earth angel that would say, yeah, okay, I'll volunteer for that. You might resonate with that. But you are the earth angel that is heaven sent. And I have attraction here. So know that, you know, these thought frequencies, these vibrations, they are the ones you're sending out, is, you know, they get answered back by the universe, right? So be careful about what you're putting out there. You're highly magnetic at this time. You're really attracting things pretty quick to you. But that's what I have. That's what I've got for you all. Sending you love. Have a good night. Bye there.